Have you made it home yet?
Not yet.
You're heading there now, right?
Yes, I am.
Remember, if you show up too late, you're gonna be bothering my mom, so make sure you keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
What is that attitude? You should be ecstatic. You're gonna be with my mom for over a month. You should be more excited.
Why should I be? I'm literally pregnant right now. Can't believe you're saying what you're saying right now.
What, this again? We already talked about this enough, didn't we? Why do you keep bringing it up?
I'm just saying that most of the time when people go home for their pregnancy, they mean they go home to their wife's parents, not her husband's. You're probably the only person in the world who would send his own wife to his parents' house.
What do you mean, send? I just said things that made perfect sense. You're off work anyway. You should be able to help Mom out. It shouldn't be a problem, right? You're probably bored anyway when you're on maternity leave. Mom is already getting old. You need to start taking care of things around the house. What are you gonna do if something happens to Mom?
Do you understand the intention behind maternity leave? It means that I'm going to be pushing a baby out, so I need to make sure to rest and focus on that. That's already going to be tough pushing out a watermelon. You're trying to make me take care of your own parents, too. I've seriously kind of lost hope in you.
Why are you talking about that now? Mom is already waiting on you. Can you hurry up? Why don't you ever teach you how to cook? You're not that good of a cook anyway. I wish you'd really learn from my mom, you know? I wish I had a wife that was just like my mom. I can't believe a wife that would possibly start throwing a tantrum just because she's gonna have a baby. I really don't understand. And you have the audacity to call yourself my wife?
Just having a baby? I'm thinking that's more audacious than what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? It hasn't even been born yet. You're off for a whole month. You're just gonna do nothing at home anyway. That means you should be helping someone. Besides, you already agreed to the whole thing. Stop complaining. I wanted to go home to my parents' house with you. There's really nothing that beats my mom's handmade cooking.
Then you should go home.
Now stop being like that. I would have gone home if I could have, but I have work to do. It's not like I have a choice. Unlike you, I can't just take off to do nothing by taking maternity leave. It must be nice being a woman. It must be so easy.
I'm seriously getting tired of hearing about you. I don't think I can keep doing this with you. Everything you say has made me feel from bad to worse.
Huh? What are you talking about? What I'm saying right now is pretty common in life. It's not like it's crazy. Literally everyone thinks the same thing I do.
Okay, then why don't you talk to the people around you? You seem to like to say that it's easy to have a child, but it's not like you've ever experienced having a child at all. How could you possibly say that?
My mom already gave birth to kids, though. But she didn't take off of her work.
Did you ask her yourself?
No, I didn't ask her, but I'm sure that my mom would never take off like that. She's a really strong and independent woman. So she would never take off just because she needs to give birth.
Okay, sure. If that's what you want to believe, then you can.
Anyway, stop your bitching and moaning, seriously. I'm letting you stay at my parents' house. You better do what you can for my mom. Once you have the baby, I'll be sure to show up and say hey. Good luck!
You don't have to come say hey. Come to think of it, I don't ever want to see you again.
What are you talking about? That's not how you should talk to your husband. Especially considering you're going to be staying at my parents' house from now on. How could you be like that? You really don't have any kind of thank yous or graciousness?
Nope, not at all, because I'm not going there.
Huh? You're not?
Nope, I'm definitely not. I'm not going to your parents' house.
But a second ago you said you were.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to my parents' house. You know, not yours?
Huh? What are you talking about? You said you were gonna go home today.
Yeah, I said go home. I never said whose home I would be going to. When I brought up going home for my childbirth, I didn't tell you, but the fact that you tried to send me to your parents' house, it made me think of you as something less than trash. It actually made me think that all the time I spent with you in my life was a waste.
Wait, hang on, that's going too far. What the hell are you talking about? You need to calm down.
I am calm. I've been thinking calmly. And after calmly thinking for the last month, things like you're being a complete spoiled brat taking off just because you're giving birth. Or if you have time to do that, you should take care of my mom. Or you married into the family, so going home to your own parents' house. So stop acting like a spoiled brat. You sound like some shitty husband straight out of a 40s movie. You keep making these statements that show clearly that you're into harassment and somehow in love with your mother still. I've decided to divorce you.
Wait, what? Divorce? What is going on all of a sudden? I didn't hear about this at all. I could never have predicted this would ever have happened.
Yeah, because I kept it from you. But I've already decided. Tried to teach some sense into you and make you understand me, but you really don't listen to me. You just keep pushing your opinion through as if it's the only thing that's right. Honestly, I've just kind of felt like it's enough.
What's enough? It's not enough. So, you're not gonna be going home then?
I said I am. I'm going to my own home. I already told Mom that you'd be going home. I know that she's getting ready for you.
Well, this is the absolute worst. Why would you do such a thing? You could have at least tried to talk to me about it.
Tried to talk to you? I've literally told you about what I thought numerous times. You were the one that continued to completely ignore me.
I didn't mean to.
It's also kind of interesting that I'm over here telling you that I want a divorce, and you're over here worried about what your mom is doing to get ready.
I'm sure you're just messing around with the divorce, right? You're just doing this whole thing to make me apologize to you, right? I already know what you're thinking.
You seriously don't understand, do you? You'll understand once you get home. I already have all the divorce papers filled out.
What? Are you being serious right now?
Also, I talked to your mom already. I just went ahead and called her just now. I didn't want her to think that I would be going today. You're a terrible husband with a really bad mommy complex, but Mom wasn't really a bad person or anything.
What are you talking about, being terrible husband with a mommy complex? You should seriously watch your tone when you talk to people.
You realize that she was apologizing, right?
Huh?
She said that she raised you wrong. Sorry for raising such a stupid son.
What? Why?
Apparently Mom thought that I couldn't go home to my parents because they were too far. That's why she thought I was going to her house. She said I didn't have to do any of the things around the house. She said that she was getting things ready so that I would be able to prepare it and get ready for the baby. Because, you know, you said that I would be going to her house. All without me agreeing with you. She got everything all ready. It's literally your fault she wasted her time.
That's what Mom said? But why? It's just childbirth.
Just childbirth? Are you stupid? No, seriously, answer the question. Are you dumb? It's literally one human being pushed out of another human being. You can never do it in your entire life. Can you stop pretending like your little story about how childbirth is easy is true? Mom was even agreeing with me. She's a seriously tough mother-in-law, but she even told me that after I gave birth, I didn't have to do anything. She was totally fine with doing everything for me. She said that she felt really bad for not being able to teach you anything. And that the divorce makes complete sense so she can't argue with me. She literally agreed with me.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. Fine. Maybe, just maybe I was wrong this time. So please, just go to my parents' home. I'll head over tonight right away. Let's talk there.
No, I'm not going there. This whole thing about childbirth was one thing, but for the month that you found out about my maternity leave, you never stopped to listen to my opinion. I was seriously at a loss for words at your actions. I'm supposed to raise a child from now on. I couldn't do it with you. I really, truly do believe that now.
Hang on. Are you being dead serious about the divorce thing right now? This isn't some kind of performance?
What are you talking about, performance? I'm going to be a mom now. I figured I would just let go of things I don't need.
Things I don't need? That's way too rude. I was excited for the baby food too.
You were excited for the baby. You were the one saying that I shouldn't be a spoiled brat just because I'm having a baby. You're a piece of shit that has no idea how stressed I was.
I'm sorry about that. I wasn't being considerate enough of your feelings.
That's very true. I think that you'll be able to pay for the child support from now on. You can support the both of us that way.
You serious? Are you seriously gonna divorce me? You're not gonna be living with me?
I'm not going to be living with you. You literally ignored me for an entire month. You should have caught on way sooner, bub. It's way too late now. I'm already at my parents' house. I've already talked about everything to my parents. Why don't you get lectured by your own mother? You seem to only care about your mom. And her opinions anyways. Alright, good luck on your own. Just because you're working doesn't mean you're allowed to be a spoiled brat. Afterwards, Mark received a call from his mother at home, and he was lectured for a good 3 hours about everything and about how difficult labor can be. Mark probably cannot comprehend how badly it hurts. Afterwards, he kept contacting her to repair things and live with her. It was non-stop calls and texts, but Joanna just hung out at her house. She also gave birth to a really healthy young baby boy. He agreed to pay for all the child support later on, so eventually he'll be able to see his son. However, she decided that she would keep her distance for a while.